have seen over 100 unique individuals at the center. They've had over 900 visits. They've served over 900 meals here, and it's been incredible. I hope you've all had a chance to go through and take a look at all the rooms and the renovations that we did, the shower and the laundry and everything. We're so excited, really, about what's happening here and the impact that it's having in our community. So I have some people to thank first. So of course I want to thank St. Paul's Church initially. So they joined us in a partnership. It was a great opportunity. They were looking to do some more work in the community, and we were looking to open up a connection center, and they said, let's do that together. And so they give us this space. And they give us, we pay a little bit for, extra hydro and water and such, but other than that, they just have given us this space and allowed us to do with it what we needed to do. So you're here, and so thank you so much. You will hear from Frank Atwell from St. Paul's in a little bit. So, of course, the United Way, who funds us, who funds the Connection Center specifically, and it's been a wonderful opportunity and great working, as always, with Ryan and the United Way team. Want to thank the Stratford Police. Chief Skinner is here today, and the City of Stratford I'm going to thank as well, because they fund our outreach team. So there's the Connection Center, and then there's our outreach team. We do street outreach. So it's the same population. They work in here, they work out on the street, and the Stratford Police provide us a van. So I think the van is out front, so people can see it. And that it will be decaled soon with the name, and so people will know it when they see it coming. But it's been a great partnership, and we thank the Stratford Police so much for that. And of course, the City of Stratford for funding the outreach position and providing support to the Connection Center as well. Of course, Rob Ritz and Phelps Construction have helped us with the construction. And it's almost done. We're waiting on a valve. Anyway, it's unbelievable to me. But anyway, so as I said, I'm really very proud of the work that's been done here, and I want to thank the staff. So Bree McComb, who is the supervisor, I don't know where anybody is, and I can't really see you. So Bree McComb is here. Tanya Hefke, who is our coordinator. I don't know where she is. Oh, there she is. There she is. Susan Kuntz, who is Sarah Kuntz, who's also one of the staff here. There she is over there. Kyle Betts, who is our street outreach staff person, he's back there. And then Joe Gladding, who is also he's our peer support outreach, and he's been working with Kyle doing street outreach as well. So thank you very much for all the incredible work you're all doing. The incredible generosity of the community has been overwhelming, really, at times. We've actually had to say, no more of this or no more of that. It's just been incredible, and we're so grateful. So food, as I said, over 900 meals have been served. We have so much food that some people are having to take it home and put it in their freezer at home because we didn't have enough space here to hold all the food. So I want to thank those, Madeline's Diner, the local, St. Paul's, of course, has also donated food. Avonwood United, St. James Anglican, St. Peter's has donated water and Gatorade and toiletries. St. Andrew's, Jubilee, Knox Presbyterian, Joe's Diner, Livery Station and Circle Foods, and Domino's and A&W have all provided food. Domino's and A&W are providing meals weekly or every other monthly. And just people have just been so incredibly generous. The churches are bringing sandwiches. They're on a schedule, I believe, for when they bring sandwiches, and so it's just been incredible, the generosity of the community. There's so many services as well that they've been able to offer here. They've been able to help people with housing searches. Also been able to get document ready, because if you don't have a birth certificate, you can't pretty much do anything else. We've had other community services come and use our space, and if you took the tour, you'll know that office there is open for others to use. We have a nurse practitioner who's been doing work here. The EMS has been here as well, providing support as well. And we have a psychiatrist who's going to be doing some work here. So it's just really incredible. So I think that's all I need to say. Anyway, but we're really looking forward to the growth of this center and what more we can do. We've already done, in my opinion, incredible. The staff, not me, have done an incredible job. But I thank you very, very much, and thank all of you for being here. So I'm now going to pass it over to Mayor Dan Miles.
thanks very much, Catherine. It's indicative of Stratford that not only do we have a need, but it's been met by so many organizations and individuals in our community. About 3 weeks ago, there was a report by Giving Canada with regard to percentages of tax returns for any city filed in the country that people actually donated. Stratford was the highest on the list at 29.3% of all tax returns filed had people giving to charity within their community. So it speaks to that. It also speaks, though, to the need that's in our community. I've said this to many people over the last couple of months. That through the pandemic, we have seen mental health crisis rise within our community. We've seen homelessness. We've seen other problems such as domestic violence and social interaction challenges. And I think what's happened is we've watched ourselves kind of slide into two camps within the community, those that have and those that don't. In 2003, when I became mayor, we had 425 cases on Ontario Works and an unemployment rate of 5.9%. Today, we have over 640 cases of Ontario Works, and our unemployment rate's less than 4%. So I think it's incumbent upon all of us to keep that in mind, that the challenges of our community is a mirror of what's happening across this country. And while it's important for government at all levels to step up and solve it, it's great that we have charitable organizations like the United Way, working with Choices for Change, with churches, with the city, with police services, trying to find solutions that are homemade within our community to solve the issue. And the Connection Center is a great example of it. In my last year in office, there's a lot of things that I hope I can change and still affect change on. And the homeless and then mental health crisis in our community is one of them. And I have a heartfelt thank you to Catherine, the team here, the outreach team, Ryan, and all the people that are playing a part in this. Stratford is going to be always known as a very caring and thoughtful community, and it's places like this that prove it. And to the most vulnerable that need us, we all need to step up on any given day and give them a hand up and not just a hand out. So thanks for everyone, and congratulations on this incredible milestone today with this service. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan. I'm now going to call on Ryan Erb and Keith Masterman, who's the Vice President of the Board of Directors at the
Thanks, Catherine. Keith's going to do most of the time.
I'm such a shy little individual. I guess they felt I should get a little more experience in talking in front of people. And an awful lot of what I'm going to say is a rerun from Catherine's comments, because really there isn't much more to say than thank you to so many people and so many organizations that put this together. But on behalf of the board, we did want to congratulate you and thank you for your hard work on this project. The board and also the United Way. I guess I shouldn't leave you out. You had something to say. But it's a great example of collaboration and partnership which addressed a service gap and service need that we saw in the community. Thanks particularly to the Salvation Army, the local food center, the City of Stratford Social Services, and the police services, and I know some of them are here today, for their input and support. Also, Ellen Balmain, is she here?
Ellen Balmain.
Yeah, is she here? For her support and research and her grant writing as a consultant. We're really excited, and I don't think there's much more to say than Catherine's numbers. Those numbers were amazing. 100 individuals, individual needs or unique needs, and 900 individuals served in the center, and it's been since, the second week in January or something like that. So it's pretty amazing to see that, and it's such an exciting thing. Lastly, of course, we want to thank the donors for helping raise our funds through recent campaign and the Capital Funds campaign that raised $70,000, I believe, and for the renovations. And lastly, Cooperators, who was our main sponsor. We'd like to thank them. So that's all I have to say on behalf of the United Way. I don't know if you have anything to add, partner.
Well, thanks, Keith. I'll just add a couple of things. That, when we were, we talk a lot about the challenges that face us in the community. There's so much collaboration that goes on among organizations. I mean, Kim and I are on the phone weekly, it seems like. Catherine and I are on the phone weekly, it seems like. And we're just trying to figure out the next step to solve issues. And I think it was the beginning of June, we said, we have to do something else. And so we called a meeting, we sat down, us with a couple of other people, and just said, what are we going to do? And we started talking about the idea of a connection center. We didn't have words for it at that point in time. But together we were able to say this is important, and we walked that road. That's why we hired Ellen, because we were all so busy. We couldn't actually put all the research in place that we needed to figure out exactly how this might open and operate. And we walked together, for a number of months, not only figuring out how this was going to work and connect to other services and be part of the ethos of what was happening in the community, but really figuring out, how are we going to get the resources to make this work, right? Because it doesn't happen for free, obviously. And how can Martin's gonna probably say something about this, but the generosity of the community is just fantastic. It's just been unbelievable throughout all of this. I hardly worked, honestly, to raise the money for the renovations here. I think I called 6 people, and one person even called us, right? And so, you know, in the end, a number of people really helped us, and there's a little plaque that we will hang on the wall that will just be a reminder of that help and support that helped us get started here. And so it's just amazing to me to see what's happened, and I want to say thank you. Every story is unique. Every person that we are dealing with is someone that is worthy, someone that has a story, that has perhaps trauma in their life, perhaps, who knows, right? But they're a unique individual, and we have to find ways to walk alongside, to care and love, and make sure that we're the kind of community that is here, because everyone is worth it, right? We can't have this divide. It just doesn't work. There's no difference between me and the people that are coming here every day. No difference whatsoever. We're all people. And what we can do together when we take our judgments and set them aside is amazing. If we come with those things in the front, we have to work together to try to break down those barriers, those judgments that we carry and hold. And I know I have some too, right? We all have pieces that we're working on here. So this is a journey personally. It's a journey for all of us to move forward as a community. And so I'll pass it back to Catherine, who's going to pass it to somebody else. I don't remember. But thank you, everyone.
Yes, as Keith said, the cooperators were, maybe Ryan said, the cooperators were our main donor for the renovations that were here. So I believe Peter Marche is here.
Thank you. Well, Ryan and Catherine, thank you very much. I think you're the ones doing the hard work here. So being a donor is really the easy part. I know it sounds funny, but it is. This morning I woke up and had a hot shower, had a hot cup of coffee, woke up in a decent bed, and it really made me ponder this morning, right, about what this is doing. How do you give dignity to people? And Ryan introduced me to a new term that I did not know before. It's called rough living. And rough living has a lot of connotations, but this helps ease it. Getting involved, I didn't expect to change lives, but if we all had put on clean clothes this morning, had a hot cup of coffee, had a hot shower, this is what they're doing here for people in rough living. So we're honored to be a part of it, and thank you for doing the hard work. So thank you very much.
I'd now like to call on Frank Etwell from St. Paul's. There he is.
Thank you. So good morning, folks. Just tell you a little story that a while back, the 3 Anglican churches in town, St. Stephen's, St. James, and St. Paul's, put together a missional ministry team because we were all looking at how that we could serve the community better. And in this process, there's lots of prayer because we're a church. There's lots of prayers, lots of things happening, people throwing ideas around, and we're sort of, okay, what can we take on? And it's funny, out of that prayer, like a week after we started this motion, we get a call from Catherine from the Connection Center, CFC, Choices for Change. And I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Come in and see the building. So they come in, they have a look around and say, yeah, we could utilize this space. And some really tough bargaining on their part, they landed this space. And it was just like something that we all got together with and said, okay, Lord, again, we're a church, Lord, let's see where this takes us, So nothing happens in this church without the whole congregation voting on it, right? So this is what we do. And even though I'm a warden and the business head, we have our rector Megan, and we have the whole congregation puts in questions and efforts, and a lot of the questions were answered with, I don't know where this is going to go. We don't know where this is going to lead, but we're going to walk a path and just see where it goes. And it's led us to this point today. And I'm really happy with the turnout, and I'm amazed at this town. the Stratford, for all the great stuff that they do here. And, people shelving fear, in a lot of respect, for what's not norm, at least to them and to us. So when they came in here and they set this up and we started having our guests come in, it was different. And the evolution of this place, when you saw at the beginning, was this room is like, okay, we might fit 3 people in here some days, but we see what it is today and with the new renovation, and we're just going to look forward to walking hand in hand with the Connection Center and see where it leads. And I really like to give a heartfelt thanks to all of you for participating in this. This is great. So here we go again. Jesus' second great commandment was to love one another as he had loved us. Whether you believe in God or not, that's what you're all doing here today. You're loving one another and all those in our community. And I just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Frank. And last, I'm going to call on Martin Ritzman.
So, the words that come to mind for me is empathy in action. And empathy is an important word. I was hearing, and I shared this at council last night, that we're celebrating Volunteer Week across Canada. And I heard something connected to that really resonates with today. If you want to touch the past, you touch a rock. If you want to touch today, the present, you touch a flower. But if you want to touch the future, touch a life. And that's what the Connection Center is doing. It's touching so many lives. And it's such a blessing, as Danny alluded to, for Stratford to be number 1 across our nation with respect to giving. That wasn't a surprise, but it was certainly, to hear those words. It represents all the organizations involved here today, all the individuals that have put in. I remember going out to PV Mart one day to pick up something for the farm, and there comes out 2 great bags of socks and saying, we knew you'd be in at some point, here you go. And it's that, that outreach that is so amazing, unconditional. I said, yeah, I'm going into the Connection Center, not, are you sure? Or that trust. And it's amazing, that in our community that there is trust, and that trust is being built as individuals come into this facility every day. And it's such a, it's unconditional love, right? It's showing compassion. It's showing that empathy piece that raises not only the lives of those individuals that take part here, the visitors, as somebody said today, and I thought that was a beautiful word, those people that come and visit, but it raises the lives of the community. It builds community. So on behalf of myself and our community committee with regards to the United Way, I can't think of a project more, relevant and represents what United Way is, with regards to that hand out and saying, come on, let's go together. As was shared, let's walk this journey together. I remember being at church once with a fundraiser and the pastor saying, I'm not sure we can do this. I said, yeah, but your job is faith. So, we can do this. So thank you everyone for having the faith to come forward. Peter and your group to be major funders, to come forward and say amen to this. And so once again, thank you to Catherine, Stratford Police, Social Services, United Way, and all the volunteers, whether it was, $10 or whether it was, a pair of socks. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from our committee with regards to Stratford, our Stratford United Way committee. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin, and thank you, everyone. So that's all our speeches. So that's all over with. But please, if you haven't had a chance to look through, please do. Please take some goodies that we have over there. Our guests will eat them if you don't, but please. But please do that. Have a cup of coffee and chat for a bit longer. So thank you again, everyone, and thank you for everything everyone does.